Welcome to another video response to an Ask Dr. Steve DVM Facebook post. This question comes from Karen Schumann, who mentions that she is feeding a human-grade, homemade turkey, pork, veggie, and rice diet to her dog, but nonetheless she's disappointed that her dog actually got Struvite Crystals. The dog's on antibiotics from her veterinarian, and they've also encouraged her to feed a kibble diet, particularly the SO diet. And she doesn't really want to do that, and she's wondering what else can she do. She's also giving her dog a cranberry extract and a probiotic. Okay, well, let's see if we can help you out. Karen, Struvite crystals are formed when the urine is alkaline. So as opposed to acidic, it's the opposite. It's instead of too low a pH, it's too high a pH. Usually the thing that creates that high pH is the byproducts of a bacterial infection. Particularly, for example, staph infections can create that. If the pH switches to something that's alkaline, then certain things can come out of solution. They can crystallize instead of being dissolved in the urine. Those are Struvite crystals, which are magnesium ammonium phosphate crystals. So that's why your veterinarian recommended the antibiotics. I take it, though, that they didn't do any sort of culture to confirm their suspicions. They just went ahead and gave your dog the antibiotics. So the question then is, how else can you acidify the urine? Meat is what acidifies the urine. So moving your diet towards a higher meat percentage would be a big step in the right direction. Ideally, a meat and a dog's fresh food diet doesn't contain a lot in the way of, say, rice or corn or white potatoes. There's not a lot of just gratuitous starch. It should be more or less a meat and vegetable diet in about a 2-to-1 ratio. So 2 parts meat to 1 part vegetables, or even a little less in the way of vegetables. This will create a fair amount of acidity in the urine, and that should stop Struvite crystals from forming unless your dog has an infection. So what about preventing the infection? The cranberry extract you're using, there's 2 things I have to say about cranberry. First of all, cranberry extract only works if it's a concentrate. So if it doesn't say concentrated extract on the label, it's probably not going to do much for urinary tract prevention. So cranberry juice doesn't particularly help. Cranberries don't particularly help. It needs to be a concentrated cranberry extract. And the only infection that cranberry extracts help prevent are E. coli infections. It doesn't really help any other type. And so this may well not be an E. coli infection. The other things you can do to prevent infections, by the by, D-mannose is a complex carbohydrate that stimulates the immune system that is popular for preventing urinary tract infections. Lastly, old vets like me that have been around for many decades, back in the old days when we first started practicing, we knew the cats got Struvite crystals and that would cause them to obstruct. These diets hadn't really been invented yet to stop Struvite crystals from happening, so we used to use methionine. And you can buy the amino acid methionine and go ahead and just supplement your dog or cat's diet with that. One of the effects of methionine is it acidifies the urine. Bye-bye Struvite crystals. Thank you, Karen, for your question.